Welcome to the new lesson in physics. Today we are discussing force law for simple harmonic motion. We have already discussed the case with a spring and we know that there is an equation for force which is given by F is equal to minus kx. So like that, a restoring force is acting on a body which is in oscillation or in simple harmonic motion. So the force equation can be written as F of t equal to minus k into x of t. So that equation directly we take from the case of the spring. Now from Newton's second law of motion, we know the force acting on the body which is in simple harmonic motion. It is given by m into a, where a is the acceleration. Now, for a body in simple harmonic motion, we already obtained the expression for acceleration. That acceleration is minus omega square x. So, substituting that, we have the expression for force as minus m omega square x or x of t. Now, the two equations we have for f of t, so we can equate the right hand sides of the two equations. So, we have minus k x of t equal to minus m omega square x of t. So, negative get cancelled, x of t also get cancelled, and we have k equal to m omega square. From that equation, we get omega equal to root k by m. Now equation 413, from that equation we can say that the force acting on the particle, it is directly proportional to the displacement and is directed opposite in direction, and that is the condition for an oscillation to be simple harmonic. Such oscillating system in which the force is directly proportional to x, the displacement, are referred to as linear harmonic oscillator. And systems in which the restoring force is nonlinear function of x are termed as nonlinear harmonic or anharmonic oscillator. So just note those two terms, linear harmonic oscillator and anharmonic oscillators. Now we have the differential equation of SHM. We need this equation next year also. So how to get that differential equation? Let's discuss. We know the restoring force acting on an object in SHM is given by F is equal to minus kx, and by Newton's law we have F is equal to ma, where a is the acceleration and a, you know, that is dv by dt, that is the same as d square x by dt square. So a, we know the acceleration, that is dv by dt. So we know that is dx by dt. So it can be written as d by dt of dx by dt. So d by dt of dx by dt, we are performing the differentiation twice. So we can write a as d square x by dt square. By that way we say acceleration is the second derivative of position. So that is there. Now we have a is equal to d square x by dt square. So we are just substituting in that expression. We have f is equal to minus kx and f is equal to ma. So we can equate ma with minus kx. So we have m into d square x by dt square equal to minus kx, or we can just rearrange that equation and we can write it as d square x by dt square plus kx by m equal to 0, where we have taken minus kx to left hand side and we have divided the equation throughout with m. So that is how we get that equation. So that equation we can write as d square x by dt square plus omega square x equal to 0, because from the previous discussion we have omega square is equal to k by m, or omega equal to root k by m we have already discussed. So our equation becomes d square x by dt square plus omega square x equal to 0. So this equation is known as the differential equation which represents an SHM. So any differential equation which is of this form represents an SHM. So this is how we identify SHM in different situations. If we have angular displacement as theta, the differential equation takes the form d square theta by dt square plus omega square theta equal to 0. So this is a very important equation. Next year also we need this equation. So keep in mind the differential equation which represents a simple harmonic motion is d square x by dt square plus omega square x equal to 0. Now let's discuss energy in simple harmonic motion. When an object is in simple harmonic motion, the object has both potential energy and kinetic energy. So its total energy will be the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Now let's discuss what is kinetic energy. We have kinetic energy K is equal to half mv square, where m is the mass and v is the velocity. And we know the expression for v, that is minus a omega sine omega t plus phi. That is the expression for v. Now we can substitute for that velocity v. So we have the expression half m into m. So substituting for v, we have the kinetic energy expression as half m into minus a omega sine omega t plus phi the whole square. So when we expand it, that means that square, when you square it, that negative sign will be lost, and we have half m a square omega square sine square omega t plus phi. That is the expression. So in this equation given, no, here in this equation 1 a square is missing. So we can multiply it with a square. Now the expression for kinetic energy we are writing because we have a term m omega square there. You know omega square equal to k by m. So m omega square equal to k. So we can replace m omega square with k. So the expression for kinetic energy, it becomes half k a square sine square omega t plus phi. So that means that kinetic energy also is a periodic function of time. We have already obtained this velocity, acceleration, all expressions, they are periodic functions of time. So kinetic energy also is periodic function of time. And from the equation we can say that kinetic energy is 0 when the displacement is maximum, and it is maximum when it is at mean position. So that is how kinetic energy is changing. That we can directly say from half mv square, because where v equal to 0, their kinetic energy will be equal to 0. So at extreme position we know its velocity is 0, so kinetic energy will be 0. Now the time period of kinetic energy is t by 2. How we are getting it? It is because of sine square function. So its time period becomes t by 2. So just keep that point in mind. Its explanation and all we don't need because it is out of the scope of syllabus. Okay, so we have the period of kinetic energy as t by 2, where t is the time period of displacement, velocity, acceleration, etc. Now coming to potential energy. The potential energy, we know in the case of spring we studied the expression for elastic potential energy as half kx square. So same equation we are taking here, half kx square. Now substituting for x, because x is a cos omega t plus phi. So we have u is equal to half ka square cos square omega t plus phi. And this potential energy also is a periodic function of time, and its time period is t by 2. And we know potential energy is maximum when x is maximum, and it is 0 when x is equal to 0. So it will be maximum at the extreme position and it will be 0 at the mean position. Now coming to total energy, it is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So just substituting the two expressions, we have half k a square sin square omega t plus phi plus half k a square cos square omega t plus phi. So half k a square is same, common in both the terms. So we take it outside. So within bracket we have sin square omega t plus phi plus cos square omega t plus phi. So that sum, according to the trigonometric identity, sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. We can replace the term within bracket with 1. So effectively or equivalently, we have the expression for total energy of an object in SHM as half k a square. So this equation shows that because here k is constant, a also will be a constant. So it means that total mechanical energy of a harmonic oscillator is constant. So total energy is remaining constant. Now the variation in kinetic energy, potential energy and total energy we can represent in the form of a graph. So here we have energy time graph. We already mentioned both kinetic energy and potential energy. They are periodic functions of time with a time period t by 2. So those graphical representations are as shown. So this blue curve, it stands for kinetic energy, and dark color, that means black color curve, stands for potential energy. And the sum is represented by this straight line which is parallel to the time axis, which means that the total energy of a body in SHM is constant.